Hello, hello, hello. Hey fam, it's your girl, Miss Diva Trucker. I'm coming to you today with another episode of Trucking News. I have so much information to give you all. First of all, before I get started, just telling you where I'm at right now. I'm in Illinois. I'm supposed to deliver in Wisconsin, but everything is frozen on my truck. Okay, so I'm not able to deliver my load. I am stuck here in Illinois, and hopefully somebody will be by tomorrow to get my truck up and running. But for right now, it is negative. It was negative 23 degrees up here, and it's bad. So I'm here in a hotel. If y'all can see the snow behind me. So I decided, since I'm stuck here in a hotel, I was going to come and update you all with the trucking news for the week of everything that's been going on. So just waiting for all of you all to get in, and we're going to get right to it. We're going to save the best for last. How about that? We're going to say, let's go to Pam Transportation. We're going to save them for last, okay? But it's so much. It's been a busy day. But yeah, let's see what's going on. We're gonna say Pam Transportation for last, y'all. But I'm gonna get started really quickly. Hope you all are being safe out there. Truck froze. Yeah. Well, my truck won't start, so I'm thinking either it's the battery, the fan, something. It won't start. It won't turn over. So it's negative 15. I went out there. My hands got a little frostbite. Had to get back in, but they are negative 54 wind chill. That's correct. So you can't be out there less. You can't be out there more than 15, 20 minutes, or you will start getting frostbite. So I'm on a waiting list for them to come out. They have so many trucks that they got to work on, and they said that they will be here in a couple of hours. Nobody showed up, so I don't know. All I can do is wait, but I'm in a safe place, and that's what counts. Okay, so we're gonna go on with our trucking news for tonight. First off, I want to start with Idaho. I don't know why is it that I can't. Everybody wants to call me all at one time, but yes, Idaho State Police truck driver facing felony charges. This happened on the 24th in East Boise, Iowa. 36-year-old truck driver. He said he had a load of hemp. Do y'all know what hemp is? HEMP, industrial hemp. Well, that's what he told the DOT officer. Unfortunately, upon searching his truck, he had 6,701 pounds of marijuana, largest trucking traffic stop in Iowa in history. Okay, this has been the largest one. Iowa haven't seen that much marijuana since ever. Okay, they never ever seen. But he tried to pass it off as hemp, HEMP, industry hemp, and the DOT officer was not going for it. So they searched the truck, and yes, he had 6,701 pounds of marijuana, and they are really celebrating because this is the largest drug bust that they had ever. Okay, and it just happened to be with a truck driver. Student truck driver was shot 6 times outside of a truck driving school in Connecticut. Y'all shooting folks in Connecticut? In Connecticut at the New England Training School in Bridgeport, Connecticut. The student was going out to his car, and somebody drove up and shot him 6 times. Okay, he is in critical condition. Well, he's in ICU. I guess he was shot one time in his head. So I guess he was trying to change his life and get his life together. And unfortunately, he didn't make it past the school part. So yeah, they had a shootout. Well, not a shootout. Only one person was shooting. So somebody came up to the school and shot him 6 times as he was going to his car. almost made it out the game. Let me see. Johnson. Mike Johnson. Give me 1 second, y'all. Can I help people with recent or no employment, depending on what it is? Like if it's something that if you was taking care of your mom or something like that, or whatever the situation is, as long as you have a valid reason why you didn't have a job, then yes. Um, Mike Johnson found a child. This truck driver, Mike Johnson, found a child in a ditch over there in Missouri. Okay, so he got an award because he was driving down the highway in Missouri and found this little boy in the ditch wearing a pamper and sipping on a sipper cup. Okay, and he found them on Highway 19 in Missouri. And he was awarded what was called the Highway Angels by the Truckload Carrier Association for finding this little boy out on the side of the highway. So, as drivers, we always keep our eyes open, looking out for deers and things like that coming across the highway. We never thought that, we would be finding children in a ditch, but gladly the child has made it safely back, I guess, to their home or whatever. And we want to shout out Mike Johnson for rescuing a child out the ditch. He is one of our highway angels. How about that? Okay. Nebraska man on January 25th jumped on the truck. This man jumped on the truck driver, name was Gonzalez. Okay. He was driving down the street. I guess he was parked, but this other man got out his car, got on top of his truck. What is it with people stopping their car, getting on top of, climbing on top of trucks and just acting a fool and stuff like that? This is not the first case this has happened. So the police officer is thinking that he was high off of meth, or either he was drunk on something, okay? Because he was on top of this man truck, jumping up and down. He will have what is called disturbing the peace charges, and also pedestrian something with a pedestrian charge he got. Okay, so he did $5,000 worth of damage on the man's truck. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me okay? Am I coming in with a delay or anything, or is it okay? Is the video okay? Let me know, y'all. I might start instead of doing live feeds, I might start doing um just a video so y'all can have a visual as I go over the news. Okay, here we go. 9 states has increased their speed limits. Okay, so 9 states have either introduced or passed a bill that increase their speed limit. So, for example, Minnesota is going from 55 to 60. Iowa is going from 70 to 75. California, in some areas, they're going to do the rural areas. They're going to go from 55 to 65 in some rural areas. And let's see, Missouri is going to go from 70 to 75 miles per hour. North Carolina is going to do 75 to 80. And the Oklahoma Turnpike is going to go from 75 miles per hour to 80 miles per hour. Okay, so look for those increases on the highway. This is not going to help you if your truck just goes 62 miles an hour, so that's not going to be for you. The truck driver in New York, did y'all hear about that? There was a New York truck driver. Was he from Brooklyn? New York truck driver has won the New York second largest lottery. Okay. Dave Johnson, 56 years old, won $298 million on the Powerball. He quit his job right away. As soon as he looked at his ticket, he quit his job. And he is taking a one-time lump sum payment of $180 million all at one time. So he took, on that day, he took his truck and got rid of that, and he went and brought him a red Porsche. So congratulations. I don't know if a truck driver ever won that much money, but yes, a New York truck driver named Dave Johnson won $298 million. He took out $180 million payout, one-time payout, so he won't get paid for the rest of his life. He just took the one lump sum. Wonder if he gonna open him up a trucking company. You think so? Let me see. I was just going to say, no, I know, they ain't gonna move the speed up. Walmart truck driver, y'all. Walmart truck driver. I don't know if y'all know, in Georgia, there is a Walmart in Georgia that is like really harassing truck drivers and putting boots on a truck at the Walmart truck driver. Well, this time what happens is they got a private company that's right there on the parking lot, and what they do is they wait for the truck driver to get out the truck and like either go get something to eat or go in the store or whatever the case may be, and they come out and they will boot the man truck. Well, this time when they boot the man truck, he called the wrecker, the truck driver called the wrecker, and the guy that booted the truck driver's truck was trying to stop him from getting a wrecker to take his truck, and he hit the guy. He hit the truck driver with his car, with his Kia. He hit the truck driver with his Kia to stop them from taking his truck. They are robbing truck drivers. That is in what is Buckhead? You know what Buckhead is? It's the Buckhead Walmart, and they charging drivers $500 to get the boot off. So what they do is like a little scheme. They wait. They don't tell you that you can't park there. What they do is they sit in an unmarked car, like they're not driving around in a security vehicle or anything like that. They sit in an unmarked car, and they sit over to the side, and they wait for truck drivers to come. They boot their car, and I mean they truck, and then once they come back to the truck, they tell them that they owe them $500. So you could pay them right then, and they'll remove the boot off your truck. And they just making money hand over fist. So this time, the driver called the wrecker to have the truck towed, because he wasn't going to pay no $500. And instead of having the wrecker tow the truck, the security guy or the person that put the boot on there, he was in his Kia and hit the man, struck the truck driver in his legs with his vehicle. Okay? And but yeah, that's what they're doing. So if you're over there at the Walmart Buckhead, y'all might want to be careful. Now they said that they in on it, like Walmart is in on it. I don't know if corporate knows about that or whatever the case may be, but they sitting in unmarked cars waiting for you to get out the truck, and instead of telling you can't park there, they'll just boot your truck, and you got to pay them $500. Some of these truck drivers only make, $500 really hurt you out your pocket. So mostly they have people tell you can't park here or whatever the case may be, but no, they just sitting in unmarked cars, putting a boot on, asking for a check for $500, and then they take it off right away. Okay? Be careful about that. Listen, y'all, if you are tired of driving your big old 53-foot truck and trailer, and you tired of being an OTR driver, well, I have a job opening for you. Yes, I heard of the strike. I have a job opening for you. Oscar Mayer, the hot dog wiener, is looking for an OTR driver. Okay, so now you're going to get a complimentary truck company car. You're going to have to drive around in the Oscar Mayer vehicle from coast to coast. Okay, now this is a 1-year position, and you are going to be traveling 100% of the time. They are looking for somebody that has a associate's degree or a bachelor's degree in communication and journalism or marketing or something like that, because you're going to be required to do marketing for them. You're also going to be required to do promotions, television, radio, charity events, things like that. So if you're interested in being the Oscar Mayer truck driver, well, not truck driver because you don't need a CDL to do it. Go to their website, fill out the application. The cutoff time is going to be January the 31st, and they will be making a selection for that job, okay? Let's see. Trucks are now banned. DOT has now banned trucks on Highway 49 and southbound over the Richland Bridge. There is damage to the bridge. So if you ever going through Mississippi on 49, some of y'all may know where it is. You're going to have to take an alternate route because you cannot go. That is around Jackson. So if you ever go around to Jackson, Mississippi, and you maybe be heading to the coast or anything like that, you're going to have to go around now because that bridge is damaged and they are no longer allowing trucks to go over it again, okay? Yes, you do get free hot dogs, okay? You don't have to worry about, they have a meal package included, and you get to drive the car anywhere you want to drive it. Let me see. Now, New York Police Department found a truck driver, a towing truck driver. He drove his truck to the beach, okay? He had a SUV on the back of the truck, and he drove the truck down to the beach. I'm talking about not in the parking lot at the beach, y'all. He drove the truck on the beach where the sand was, okay? And he took the SUV and drove that off. And they found him a little bit later, all bruised up, like he was injured or something like that. They still don't know why the man took the truck and drove it on the beach. They think he was trying to do a U-turn or whatever. He got lost his way down there in New York, but he did get a ticket for truck driving on the beach. It is illegal. You can't drive your truck on the beach. So just want to let you all know, don't try to do U-turns and stuff, and don't take your truck down to the beach. You can get a ticket, okay? Let's see. Now, today's news, 18-wheel truck driver. Now, they say it was road rage, okay? This is the story that I reported earlier. Well, it was somewhat a report. I don't know what kind of report that man was doing, but the 18-wheel truck driver, PTL, okay, they say he was road rage. He was with another truck driver, and they had road rage. You know, if my truck went 62 miles per hour, I guess I'd be a little bit upset too, you know? So I guess the other guy passed him or whatever. He wasn't feeling it, and he got a little bit upset about it. What happened is he clipped another car. Okay, now he did pull over. He pulled over when he clipped the car. He got out the car, whatever. Things didn't go exactly as he planned when he got out the truck. So what he did was he got back in the truck and he decided to take the police of Mobile, Alabama, over to Mississippi. Okay, so they follow him. Now, it wasn't a high speed chase, okay, because I don't think PTL trucks go but 62 miles an hour. So it wasn't a high speed. It was just like a cruising type chase type thing. So he came over the bridge on I-10 to Mississippi over there by Goshen, and they threw the what's that, the spikes out, and that's how they got the man to stop. Well, anyway, now he had 30 police cars surrounded him, and my man gets out with a machete. Okay, he got 30 police officers surrounded the truck. He gets out waving a machete. So, you know, that frightened the police officers because I guess they haven't had nobody wave a machete at them before. So they retracted. Okay, they went back and they regrouped. Okay, so then it began to be a what is called standoff. Okay, so the man with the machete was against 30 police officers out there on I-10, shut down the whole highway, both directions since 9 o'clock this morning. Okay. They finally got the man to surrender at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, I want to know in Mississippi, where do you get out your truck with a machete? And we're going to talk about it for 6 hours with 30 police. What we got to talk about? Okay. So, finally, about 2 o'clock this afternoon, they threw some tear gas. Okay, they threw some tear gas in the truck, broke the windows, and he came on out. They took him peacefully and arrested him and took him to the jailhouse. Okay, like my thing is at 9 o'clock when you first got out the truck with the machete, by 9:30 you should have been just turning yourself in. You know what I'm saying? People got places to go. We don't have time for this. The situation wasn't gonna get no better. Like 9:30, he could have did the most. 9:30, get out the truck. Let's go turn yourself in. Go, to the hospital. Tell them something's wrong with you, whatever. Get your little evaluation, and then let that be it. But to hold people up for 6 hours and they negotiating. Who negotiates with somebody with a machete? Okay, that's all I want to know. All I want to know. Took them 6 hours, 30 polices, one little truck driver, and they out there on the highway talking about it. Okay. Whew, only in I don't know what part of Mississippi because I ain't never heard no story. They go, oh, PTI goes 66. Okay, it still wasn't no high speed chase. It was a cruising down the road. We gonna catch you when you get there. Um, a federal. Let's see. Well, who else we gonna talk about? Who else we gonna talk about? Colorado truck drive. Oh, y'all know y'all not supposed to be on no medication while you driving the trucks, right? This is like self-explanatory. Y'all know y'all can't be taking drugs and stuff while you driving the truck, right? Okay. Well, the Colorado truck driver did not know this. Colorado truck driver who used Ambien, Ambien. Y'all know what Ambien is? Ambien is a sleeping medicine that will make you got like 30 minutes and it will put you to sleep. So he admitted 2 days before the fatal crash, and he is charged in Rapid City, South Dakota, for but what is it? Vehicular homicide, because he admitted, and see that's another thing y'all be telling on yourself. He admitted that he had took Ambien 2 days prior to killing this lady on the highway in Rapid City, South Dakota. Okay, so if you don't know, you cannot take any prescription such as Ambien. That is a sleeping medicine, and it will. You can't even take Ambien, period, and drive. Okay, for before I got into trucking, I was on Ambien, and that is nothing that you want to play with. I think it will make what it does is it makes you think that you are awake, but you're not awake. Okay, you may think you awake, but you're not awake. I was on Ambien and I burnt my house. I set the kitchen on fire because I came in to cook some French fries and I took my medicine to go to bed, and I woke up and the house was on fire. Okay. So that's why one of the reasons why I don't take any prescription medicines at all. I don't even take a Tylenol. Well, I do take Tylenol, but anything other than that, it's like when you go to the doctor, I don't mean to get on no tangent or anything, but it's like when you go to the doctor, this is what I hate about doctors. You can go to the doctor for one problem and then they will be not, y'all. I was going to the doctor and it started off with blood pressure medicine. Then you need something for anxiety. Then you needed something. I had a pill to wake up. I had a pill to go to sleep. Okay. I had a pill to get me through my day. Before I know it, I looked at a bill that I had for it causes memory loss. Yeah. And at first it was like, oh, I like this. You take it in 30 minutes, you sleep, you get a good night's sleep, and then you wake up and you fine. But then what it does is you're addicted to it. It is a narcotic. And then you will take it and you think you are okay, and you don't even realize that you done it. Like you don't even realize that you was in an accident. Okay. That's why I had to come off of Ambien. Okay. But I came off of everything. I don't take no blood pressure medicine. I don't take anything, because you start with one pill, they want to give you two pills, they want to give you three pills. Then you think you crazy. Then you going to a psychiatrist. Then you taking depressant medicine. Then you taking all kinds of stuff. So I just cut the whole thing out. I don't take nothing, okay? But you definitely cannot take Ambien while you driving a truck, okay? Lesson learned. But yeah, he will be charged for homicide. Another thing before I get to y'all about now I'm gonna tell you two things about Amazon. Okay, one of them is I got real hot up in here. One of them is 31 drivers reported that Amazon have lack of overtime pay, missing wages, intimidation, and favoritism. They're saying that they have a demanding work environment. They are pressuring the drivers to drive at high speeds. They are going around in the vans and stuff, urinating in bottles and stuff. What? Um, but yeah, all because of free shipping. They say they is going around urinating in bottles because y'all got free shipping and they have pressure on getting y'all them packages on time. They do not like you to be late. Okay. So let me turn this heat off. Okay. So but yeah, that's one of the complaints with the Amazon drivers that's going on in the van community. With that being said, I am going to tell you, if you are interested in an opportunity working at Amazon, starting your own business as a cargo van business, this is what Amazon offers. Okay. Amazon, you can start your own business with Amazon for a $10,000 startup cost. Okay. You have a potential earning income of profit of $1 million to $4.5 million. Okay. You will have a profit, you will have an annual income of 1 million. Like that's everything that you come in, but your profit is going to be anywhere from 75,000 to $300,000. Okay. What they do is they help you build your team. They also give you the vans to start your business. They also provide you with training. But what you have to do, you have to go out there and get your drivers. Okay. They want you to have at least 20 to 40 drivers for each route that they give you. Okay. And then what you do is you add your routes, like your 6 week, your 11th week, or whatever the case may be. You add your routes, you add your drivers, and you run your own company. They're your support system. They're looking for great leaders. They're looking for people who can manage a team. You don't have to have any previous experience. They will keep up with the maintenance on your vehicles, all kinds of stuff. They help you with your insurance, all kinds of stuff. So with your startup, they help you with the uniforms because you got to wear the Amazon Prime uniforms. So they give you uniforms and things like that. They give you handheld devices, and it's a $10,000 startup fee to start your own business, but you also have to have a $30,000 in liquid assets. Like you have to have value in like house or something that's worth $30,000, and you can start your own business in the cargo van industry. Okay. They will help you do that. They will give you the vehicles and everything. Okay. And the position is called a delivery specialist provider. It takes you about 8 weeks to get approved, and then you off and running. They do the training and everything. You file your drivers, you pay your drivers, and you got your business, and you're working, delivering packages. Okay, so if you're ever interested in doing that, all you got to do is go to Amazon Prime, look under you got to set up your DOT to set up out your DOT. But yeah, that's what it is. I don't know if you have to have a DOT for the cargo vans, do you? I don't know. But yeah, that's a business that you could start if you ever interested. I think I might invest in that. Didn't you drop a trailer last week? But let's see. Okay, let's go to Pam and we'll be finished. Let's go to Pam. And I am going to read you the article from Business Insider. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. This is a federal judge in Arkansas just reaffirmed that truck drivers need to be paid for every hour they spend in their trucks while they're not sleeping. Okay, this is what happened. Truck drivers are typically paid per mile rather than per hour. That means they aren't compensated for much of the time they have spent on the road. A class action lawsuit in Arkansas involving nearly 3,000 truck drivers alleged that the practice goes against the Labor Standards Act. On Friday, the federal judge in the case reaffirmed this previous stance on PAM Transport, an Arkansas-based trucking company. He also certified the case as a class action suit that can be tried under Arkansas law, which means more PAM employees can join the case. So if you're currently a PAM employee and you want to join this lawsuit, you definitely can. It is a class action. America's $1.8 million long haul truck drivers spend weeks away from home, sleeping, eating, and working in their trucks. They're legally capped at working 70 hours for an 8-day period, but rarely receive overtime. But some of that time on the road isn't paid. Truckers are usually paid per mile, not by hour. A federal judge in Arkansas has said that this violates the Fair Labor Standards Act. On Friday, a U.S. District Judge, Timothy Brooks, reaffirmed that PAM Transport violated federal labor laws when they didn't pay their truck driver employees at least minimum wage for every non-sleeping hour spent in a truck. In October 2018, Brooks made waves in the trucking community when he ruled that PAM Transport will have to pay their truckers at least minimum wage for 16 hours each day that they work. There are 3,000 truck drivers in the class action suit against PAM. Let's see. It's about face in an industry where truck drivers regularly spend hours waiting for shipments at warehouses and often aren't paid for the waiting. Indeed, the federal government ruled that truck drivers should not get paid for the rest breaks. Brooks also uh, widened the scope of the lawsuit to be a class action suit, then can be tried under Arkansas law. Justin Swindler, the attorney representing the truck drivers in the PAM case, told Business Insider that's significant because Arkansas has stronger labor laws than federal government. It greatly enlarges the number of people who can benefit, Swindler told Business Insider. Angela Clark, who is the vice president of risk management at PAM, told Business Insider in an email statement that Pam does not agree with the ruling. So they saying they disagree. We are very disappointed with the court's ruling and respectfully disagree with the court's holding. Clark wrote, we plan to vigorously fight this, including the review of the court's decision. So what they're going to do is they're going to probably ask for an amendment to the law. They're going to fight it. That means that the money, instead of just paying the case, they're going to spend more money trying to not pay the case. Okay, so it's like, but there's almost not anything that they could do. Clark, let's see, the Arkansas case could have national implications. What this means is that if this goes through with Pam, there's going to be a whole lot more. So we already seen Warner get sued. We seen a big settlement out of CR England. We also seen a big settlement out of, now Prime is got a big case going on right now. There's a lot more that you will be seeing, and all it takes is, with a class action lawsuit, it's one employee, and what happens is that one employee will go to an attorney and present their case or the things that are happening at their company. That Swift, yeah, that's another one. And what they do is they will present that company, present what's going on at that company. Okay, a lot of employees don't want to put their name on a lawsuit, and the reason why is they're afraid of retaliation. Okay, so it has to be one employee that will get an attorney, go file the lawsuit, and then everybody else can sign up and be anonymous, like under the lawsuit. So but one person has to be on the lawsuit. Like it has to be like with Dominique and New Prime Inc. It's always one person and the company, okay? But they can include, when it's a class action, they can include all the drivers that want to be a part of it, okay? Clark added that the ruling has serious implications to the trucking industry. So what this means is, if Pam has to pay that money out, guess what? They coming after all the trucking companies. They're going to be suing all trucking companies under the state law. Okay, that you have to pay people minimum wage. So they're going to be coming after all of them. Okay, so this is why these cases are very important that's going on. And see, they don't want y'all to know about this, because the more ignorant we are as drivers, the more they could get away with stuff. So when you put the information out there that this stuff is going on in the industry, somebody else is going to be like, okay, this is what they're doing over here at my company. I wonder if this applies to me. And all you got to do is let them see what's going on at that company. And there you go. There's another class action lawsuit. So either they're going to have to change the standard, and improve the standard and start paying these drivers for the work that they do. Y'all should not be going home as company drivers or lease drivers or any kind of driver, and you away from your family 7 days a week, sleeping in the truck all the time, doing the most for these companies, and you only bring it home $400 or $500 a week. So it has to be a change, because if it doesn't change, it's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. There was a lawsuit where they had to pay 52. Who was that had to pay 52,000 students because they wasn't paying the minimum wage? I mean, minimum wage. I mean, this is like McDonald's fast food money. You don't even want to pay a truck driver enough that they are away from home, because without these drivers, Nobody's going to deliver the freight. They will rather spend money in automated trucks, also spend money in fighting all these cases. Do you know the millions and millions of dollars that is spent on attorneys just to fight a case for a ruling when they could have just increased the pay, when they could have just negotiated and say we got to do better? Most successful companies, besides like the trucking industry, is the worst, because when you're dealing with corporations and things like that, they want their people to be happy, because when you have happy people and satisfied people that's working for you, your business flourishes, you know, and it just gets better. They need to have driver advisory boards. They need to be able to come to the table and negotiate. Obviously, you can see that there's a problem. So why not be willing to fix the problem? Because it's so many, and now y'all, it's so many trucking companies out there that if you don't step up to the plate, people are not going to work for you. Once you get that 1 year experience, they're going to be off somewhere else. So increase the pay if they don't turn the miles around and cut into your miles. Right. It has to be a balance. We need increased pay, plus we need miles. But see, some of the companies try to go to what is called guaranteed pay. And when you go to guaranteed pay, they they are saying they're losing money, because then the drivers don't work as much when they on guaranteed pay, so it's a loss for them. But it has to be some kind of balance, because and the more that you're educated, that's why I stopped talking about other things and start bringing you the news and start telling you what's going on in the trucking industry. Because the more that you're educated about what's going on at these different companies, the more you'll be able to protect yourself. Remember, these cases start with one person. Okay. Now, this problem is happening in a lot of companies. It's happening to a lot of drivers, but it's one person that says, you know what? This is not right. And I'm going, no matter what it takes, I'm going to go and see if I can do something about this. Okay. Um, but this case is on the Business Insider. It's all over. Pam, and then the comment of what the risk management says is, she says that we're going to vigorously fight. We're going to vigorously fight not paying y'all. We're going to vigorously fight not paying y'all. So we'll rather pay millions of dollars in court fees and lawyer fees. We'll rather pay our lawyers than to pay you, the driver that is sitting behind the wheel, that is staying out from their family, that is trying to pay your bills. We'll rather pay our lawyers and let our lawyers get rich instead of paying the people that work for us. That's sad. That is sad. Okay, so they're not going to be the only ones. And see, at the end of the day, when it's all over and done with, if they win, when they win the case, and a lot of times too, y'all don't hear about a lot of cases. You know why? Because a lot of them are settled behind closed doors. And when these cases are settled behind closed doors, it's all a wash. Nobody knows about it. We could go on about our business and nothing happens. So the ones that stand up and the ones that actually take their cases to a public forum where other people can see this and things like that, those are the ones. Those are the ones that take and just stand out and take that long shot. Those are the ones like Dominique Averia. That's a person, and I just hope he doesn't settle. I hope he doesn't settle, because a lot of times they will get to a point where they're going to have to either go to mediation, but that's what arbitration is, that mediation going back and forth. I hope they don't settle, because they settle on pennies of a dollar, and they're going to go on about their business, and we're going to live to do another day. But you have to be able to set a precedence. So you know what? Every other company is looking at Pam right now. You know why? Because if Pam loses this lawsuit and they have to end up paying their drivers, guess what? It's going to be lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. And they know drivers don't have money to be bringing these big lawsuits against big corporations. So what drivers have to do is they have to go through attorneys that are nonprofit, attorneys that are not afraid of the big corporations, okay? And that they will take the case, and no matter how long it takes, they will fight it. And they are attorneys out there that's just not out for the quick buck. Let's see. In December 2018, a group of approximately 10,000 truck drivers referred to Brooks' ruling as they alleged that their employer, Swift Transportation, which is the sixth largest trucking company in the country, violated labor laws by not paying them for some training and orientation sessions. Y'all, do we work in for a third world country? I mean, we don't work in a third, you know what I'm saying? We're not working in a third world country. We should be paid for the work that we do. This should not be an argument. As Brooks wrote in October 19th memorandum on the Pam case, there is no ambiguity here then as to whether an employer must count as hours worked the time that an employer spends riding in a commercial truck while neither sleeping nor eating. Time thus spent is working, and any work performed while traveling must be counted as hours worked. That idea also points to another recent court case in favor of truck drivers securing pay for every hour that they spend on the road. In 2017, a Nebraska court decided that the trucking giant Warner Enterprise must pay out a total of $780,000 to 52,000 student truck drivers after the company was accused of pay practice violations. Another major carrier, CR England, paid $2.35 million in back wages to more than 6,000 drivers in 2016. Okay, so they coming. They coming. It's just a matter of time. They are coming. Okay. Was that the end of the article? But yeah, you could find that article in Business Insider. And but yeah, that's the end of my thing. It's 46 minutes, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed my news. Did I cover everybody? Amazon, the drivers, the federal judge, that all in 1 week. All those different things have been going on in our trucking company all in 1 week. Let me see if I can look at attorneys. I need you have to look up one of the attorneys is Josh. There's Jennifer. Jennifer represents Dominique. She works for the company that is nonprofit. Who is this? Justice Swindler. Justice, let me see who he works for. He works for Swartz, legal intelligence. I don't see 856. So I don't know where he's out of, but his name is Justin Swindler out of the Swartz Swindler firm. Where are they located? 856. I don't know what that area code is. Let me see, about us. You can go online, you could submit a claim. I know somebody had called and asked about them being a lease driver and they was on a dedicated account. And as a lease driver, you should be able to take off when you want to. Is there an issue? If you're on a dedicated account, you can't take off when you want to. But I think that's in the contract some kind of way. They're home. Where are they home? I do know if you think that you have a case, you can also reach out to the Real Women in Trucking. They can also refer you to an attorney as well. but I'm not seeing, all I see is they have an 856 number. So they represent people with employment issues. They fight against discrimination, harassment, and wage and hour abuse. So this law firm is called Swindler LLC. Their phone number is 856-685-7420. Okay. Other than that, let's see. I did talk about that strike as far as the Black Smoke Matters. It's going to be April the 12th, and it's been getting a lot of press. So, like I say, I don't know too much about it. I did do one news story on it. So if you're interested in finding out more information about Black Smoke Matters, they do have a Facebook group. Go on there and search Black Smoke Matters, and you can ask to join a group, and they will tell you all about what it is that they're doing. Okay. But that will be April the 12th. If you have a truck and your name is not on the truck and the trailer, if your name is not on the truck, you may not want to be a part of that. Okay, that might not be your fight. Is that snow in the background? Yes, ma'am. That is snow in the background. It's all the way up to the window. So, but other than that, y'all, it's been 50 minutes. Until next week, peace, love, joy, and happiness, and y'all have a wonderful and blessed night. Bye. Oh, I forgot. I'm so glad you told me. I got it written down right here. One more thing, y'all. I forgot. I can't believe I forgot that. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Y'all don't leave me just yet. I want to say a special congratulations to our sister, Miss D. Soba. She was nominated to be on the ATA American Truckers Association. She will be traveling around with them for a year, and we are so proud of her. So if you would go send her a congratulations on her Facebook page or Trucking Divas Rock or whatever the case may be. That is an awesome accomplishment. I think it's only two females that is on that board. They will be traveling around the United States. They represent over thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of truckers. And Dee Soba, y'all all know her. She's been in this industry for over 20 something years. She has a lot of experience. She's with Prime Inc. And she did it. She did it. She got selected. She's up there. I think she was up there in Washington, D.C. And they took pictures and all that kind of stuff. So that is truly, 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 truly amazing. 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 So I know she's very busy, but I also wanted to come and tell y'all about that. And, just go over there, read the article, go to Trucking Divas Rock page, and read the article, and also leave her a message down there to congratulate her, because that is an amazing accomplishment. And most everybody on YouTube, social media, Prime, whatever the case may be, Swift as well, because she used to work at Swift too. Y'all all know Dee Soba. Go over there and congratulate her on her amazing accomplishment. So that's what she'll be doing. She's still working at Prime. She said they have events and things scheduled that she will be attending, and I'm sure she will be keeping us updated on that. But she's going to be a very, very, very busy person. Okay, it's like if you want to be instead of being a part of the problem, being a part of the solution. So she's in there. She is somebody that we know that is in there, and she's doing her thing. Okay, so we're very proud of that, and go and support that. Please go support that. Other than that, the Real Women in Trucking also will be doing their nominations. So Miss Desiree is getting finished up with that. So y'all will see that. You will be able to go and vote if you want to on the Real Women in Trucking of the Road Queen of the Year. Those drivers, whoever win, gets $500, I think, a piece. And also this award is sponsored by Road Pro. Okay, so make sure you look out for that. I will try to share that to you, show the link. This is not a beauty contest. It is a contest that is based on female drivers and their work ethic and things that they have done in the trucking industry to